Hey, how's it going? Just here to remind you to click the like button and subscribe here to the channel so you don't miss any videos and stay well inside our entire universe of Dragon Ball. Without further ado, let's get started. As the journey in search of the Dragon Balls continued, Goku and Jingo met some friends, like Oolong, who although he was feared due to his transformation technique, was deceived by Goku pretending to be a lost little girl, and after being defeated by his brothers, he followed the path with them due to the vitamin that Bulma made, which made him have to go to the bathroom all the time for him to say beep. Or Yamcha, who although his way of meeting them was quite clumsy due to the fact that Goku was starving and Yamcha just wanted to steal them, along with a small scolding fight between Oolong and Pao, ended up with Yamcha being defeated when he tried to attack Goku with a sword and Jingo stood in front of him and blocked the sword with his arm, breaking it into pieces, which made Yamcha freeze in fear and begged him to be forgiven, and in return offered him to join them in the adventure through the spheres, even more so because he would like to make a special wish to the dragon, which he didn't reveal to anyone, which made Bulma a little curious about it. And together with friends, they met their grandfather Roshi's master, who gave the two his flying cloud technique because he couldn't use it anymore, and gave Bulma his Dragon Ball in exchange for a light peek. Without it, know how he managed to convince him, and even managed to save Fry Pan Mountain with the help of a new friend called Chi-Chi, who ended up making Goku a promise to her marriage, even though he didn't know what that was. But also, along with that, they got strong enemies like Pilaf and his henchmen Mai and Shu, who were defeated by Goku turned back into the giant ape, destroying their entire castle. And shortly after the victory, Goku finds out about a martial arts tournament, and although his first reaction was one of a cheer, he soon remembers the promise he and his brother made. After reminding everyone of his promise, Jingo just places his right hand on his shoulder, in a sign of "it's okay." And after saying how much this adventure helped him to enjoy and discover more about the world, he concluded that he wasn't ready to go back to his daily routine yet, and that perhaps it would be good for them to come back later, especially since his little brother, he didn't seem to want to go back yet. Upon hearing this, Goku asked if their grandfather would agree to all of this, and after stroking his messy hair a little, Jingo said that he would tell Gohan that they would take a little longer to return, because as his brother wanted to fight in the martial arts tournament, it would not be a very mature attitude to deprive him of having fun. And that opened a huge smile on Goku's face, who quickly threw himself at his brother and hugged him very tightly, catching the flying cloud and going to the Kami Island to start training. While Jingo returned to his home in Paozu Mountain to warn his grandfather that although he thought Gohan might be disappointed, he thought it was really cool that they wanted to continue exploring the world, and even said that it would be good if he went with him to the West City, since that's where his friends are, which made Jingo much happier. And so he and his grandfather went to the city, while Goku trained under Roshi's jurisdiction, which led him to improve his Kamehameha skills and meet his best friend, Krillin. During their stay in West City, Bulma invited Jingo and Gohan to live in one of their houses inside her family's company, the Capsule Corporation, and a little embarrassed, Jingo ends up thanking her immensely, who as a way of compensating for his favor of accompanying her on the adventure of the spheres, she asks him if he would like to study with her, since she knows that neither he nor his little brother has ever been in a school before. And not knowing what that is, he decides to just stay at home helping the doing some everyday tasks, which made Bulma a little frustrated, and to take her anger out, she made an excuse that he needed new clothes, as she didn't want to be seen walking around with a person who only looks like she wears one. But yeah, of course, it was all a trick for him to carry out her groceries, But when they were returning to her house, a group of bandits tried to rob them, but they were surprised by Jingu, who without any effort managed to send them flying into an alley. Of course, measuring his strength to avoid deaths and serious injuries, which made Bulma admire him even more, not only for having defended her, but for simply punishing the bad guys without them getting serious bruises, and that made they become more connected. After a year, the tournament finally started. And there, in addition to Goku's reunion with his friends, there was also Roshi's reunion with Gohan. And while Goku was looking forward to fighting with his brother, he said that he would not participate, that he just wanted to see him fight so they could know how much stronger he got. And so while Goku, Yamcha, and Krillin entered with 5 other unknown competitors, Jingo and the others were looking for a place to watch the tournament, but they found it strange that the Master Roshi wasn't there. And during the second fight, he and his grandfather started to get suspicious of the mysterious Jackie Chun, who seemed to be a little older than he should be, even more so for having defeated Yamcha so easily without laying a finger. And the suspicions are only concluded when, defeating Krillin, the mysterious figure uses a Kamehameha to avoid falling out of the ring, but they decide not to tell so that they know why. When Goku finally reaches the finals, Jackie Chan begins to fight. And while everyone seemed mesmerized by Jackie's skills, Jingo warned Goku where he was going to attack. And this ended up giving him a certain advantage against the master, but not enough so that he could prevent the drunken fist of the same, which resulted in Goku having trouble dodging and by accident turned into a giant ape and almost destroyed the entire arena, being prevented by Jackie Chan destroying the moon, making him turn into normal, but without memory and completely naked. After the tournament is over, the mysterious figure decides to invite everyone to a snack that he would pay for with the money he won from the tournament, which almost runs out due to the almost inexhaustible hunger of the two brothers. After they finish eating, Goku says that he's still curious to explore the world further. After they finish eating, Goku says that he is still curious to explore the world, and even with Jingo saying that they might have been far longer than they should be away from home, Gohan accepts and says that it wouldn't be good for them to simply stop discovering the world just because of a silly promise. And with that said, Goku says goodbye once again to his friends and climbing on the flying cloud begins to travel in search of adventures. To be continued. So hey, what do you believe in? What do you imagine about all of this? Regardless of what it is more than important that you arrive exposing it in your comments so that we can enter into the crazy debate. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss any videos. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.